Welcome back to Pokemon D&D Kanto Edition. Last time, our trainers finished their gruesome battle with Team Rocket and were saved by Brawly's mother, the police chief, Officer Jenny. They now wake up in a cabin and try to figure out what the next plan is going to be. Jazz, on the other hand, is still out on the run, I guess you would say, from Team Rocket, and is very exhausted. So, find out what happens now on Pokemon D&D Kanto Edition.
Which I almost was last night.
Yeah, but do you know who's out there?
No.
I remember police.
I'm just gonna point out that we're still missing someone.
You had someone with you?
Yes, we did.
Is
So
she
how-
okay?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely know that information while I was unconscious. Shh.
You go ahead and be sassy. I'm gonna check on my Pokemon.
Okay, I don't really need your permission, but good to know.
I guess I'll take a
Just, yeah,
perception
I know,
look
I
out the
know.
window.
You are some random person that we found locked in a cell in the middle of a forest. Don't act like I don't have a right to not trust you.
I'll go ahead and make a perception look out the window.
Hey Kira, if you want, you can make a persuasion roll to inform the party that you are trustworthy, if you would like.
Oh yeah, let me just roll a nat 1 on that. Let's see here.
A 4.
I was kidding. So that's a total of 7.
She's gonna go,
Yeah, it'd be a total of 7, which is not going to be very convincing.
No. So I'm just
You can try again later if you'd like.
perception
I'll
out the
just
window.
probably be like, well, they don't usually lock their own in there, do they? don't answer that because you didn't kill someone that was in that cell.
That wasn't me.
Don't answer that. Don't answer that yet. I'm just gonna go back to my Pokemon.
I'm gonna be like, I don't think I killed him, but I don't know.
I don't know, there was a pretty good amount of gore.
I didn't kill anyone.
Neither.
All I'm saying is you can walk
Fair
in
enough.
front of it.
All I know is
It was to save us.
2
darn it.
people were murdered in the last 24 hours.
I'm just saying it happened. Again, scrambling back to look for my Pokemon.
Alright, well guys,
So,
what was your perception roll for?
it was 8
For what?
to look out the window to see if I could see anybody out there.
Okay, there isn't any windows to be real
Okay.
in the cabin.
Which cabin doesn't have windows?
Not
Well,
this one.
there's only one way to figure out
I'm
if
gonna
our
walk.
friend is in danger or not, and that's to go outside.
Roland
I'm
has
literally
gone
walking
outside.
out.
I'm gonna follow right behind Roland.
The fact that we're not dead or in shackles tells me a lot.
I'm gonna pick up my stuff, which I'm not sure why everyone's leaving. their
I already
things,
picked up my stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm picking up my stuff, and I'm just gonna kind of stand there because I'm not gonna let this unknown person walk behind me.
I'm just kind of nervously staring at the quick ball in my hands, as if I'm worried somebody's gonna jump out and kill me.
Oh boy.
And I'm just like, please don't be mad at me, please don't be mad at me, please don't be mad at me. And I quickly press the button to let Oreos out.
So, you notice your beloved Mimikyu, aka, what was the name on it?
Oreos.
Oreos, looks different than what you once remembered. You notice a purple aura around your beloved Pokemon. You said Oreos?
It's Greek for lovely.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. Oreos.
It's like Oreos, but Oreos.
Oreos. Got it. So purple aura is around Oreos, and am I saying that right?
No.
Okay.
I'm just being stupid over here.
All right. How do you say it?
I'm being stupid over here. I'm saying Ampharos.
Oh, okay.
It's Oreos.
Oreos. Got it. You also notice that the tent and the eye of Oreos is red. As you see, actually you don't really see his eyes, right? So either way, you see a...
Is this happening outside? Can we see this too?
Couple little eye holes.
Or is she still in,
Yep. You're right.
I think she's still in the thing.
in the lodge? Okay.
In the lodge.
Yeah, she's still in there. So you mainly just notice a purple aura around your Pokemon, and you notice that the energy of the connection that you feel between your Pokemon due to you having a aura bond, you feel rage. So that's what you feel. I will say that there is a mechanic for Shadow Pokemon. In the way that you can either purify them or send their heart or transcend their heart more into a state of hatred, and totally shut off all the love to their heart, giving them bonuses in a different direction than the purification bonuses you would get by purifying them and opening up their heart completely with love and light. So
I'm gonna have to stop you on the other end of like shutting their hearts off. That ain't happening on my end.
I didn't think so, but there is two ways you can go about a Shadow Pokemon, and everyone's at a base level. So how this operates, if you want your Pokemon to obey you through a command, you need to roll a persuasion check. And then if you want to try to either purify or deepen the shadow hatred within the Pokemon, it's an animal handling check.
To purify it, it's an animal handling.
Yup.
Or,
To deepen the hatred.
well,
Yup.
wait, to purify is animal handling as well as if you wanted to shut off their
Yes.
heart completely is also an animal handling.
On top of that, if you pass the animal handling check, if you use intimidation, once you pass that check, you can do an intimidation roll. Depending on what you roll, you're going to get a bonus to the points that you're going to get. And then for the purification process, if you pass the animal handling check, you can do a persuasion roll, and that's going to determine how many bonus points you get as well. It's going to be 10 or lower, you're going to get 5 points, and then 10
11.
or 11 or higher, you're going to get 10 points.
How many checks or rolls do we have to do until it's completely purified?
100 points is the first level. So you're at level 1 right now. To get to level 2, you need to get to 100 points. Level 3 will be 300 points.
So is there 3 levels that you have to go through a purifying stage? So stage 1, purify. Stage 2, purify. Stage 3, purify. So you have to purify it at least 3 times for it to be completely purified, where you don't have to anymore. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's 3 stages.
Okie dokie.
Actually, with the way that I'm now thinking this, level 1 for the shadow and the purification won't begin until you get to 100 points. And then the levels 1, 2, and 3, whether it be purification and shadow, will begin from that point. That makes more sense to me. So you're at just a baseline right now with 100 points. That will allow you to determine what direction you're gonna go, whether it be purification or whether it be hatred. Unlocking the true potential of the shadow Pokemon.
Okay, so Oreos comes out of the ball. I see this aura. I feel hatred from him, and I'm just gonna get tears in my eyes, and I'm gonna hug him real close and go, "I'm sorry, Oreos. I feel this really, really bad. I messed up so bad."
I need you to make me an animal handling check.
Okay, that's better. 16.
I see a 14.
Plus whatever.
Plus 2 for animal handling. Sorry.
Okay. Alright, so do you have a way to modify your rolls with your modifications so that I know?
So I'll just type in R1D20 plus, and then I'll add the modifier.
Awesome.
So from now on,
I'll give you that.
From now on, it'll look like this.
Perfect. So you got 16. You beat the check. I need you to make me a persuasion check.
Say so. Again.
Perfect. That means you get 20 points. In the direction of purification. Out of 100. And this can.
At all? Is he just so angry at me, or is he just?
This can be done once per long rest. You see with your rolls, Oreos. His hatred is lessened just a little bit. That you've noticed the difference. He acknowledges you, and you feel like a slight level of love toward you, very slight. So it's not like where you felt just complete rage. Now you can at least feel a very small percentage of love toward you.
I think I start crying out of relief, just feeling a little bit of change.
So this gives you hope.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, what would you guys like to do? I know that Roland is out the door. So is Brawley.
He's right behind
It
you.
is.
But we didn't see any of that, right? Because we just.
Yeah, you guys didn't see. The only one that saw this was Kayana.
I thought
What do you?
Kayana-
No,
No.
he wouldn't walk. He doesn't
She
walk.
stayed behind because she didn't trust me.
That is true. I'm still not moving out that door until she goes.
So I'm gonna slowly stand up and offer Reyes to hop on my usual shoulder perch for him.
I need you to make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Oh.
For letting him hop
Just
on my
for
shoulder.
purely
For-
listening.
Alright, so there's a persuasion check that you'll have to succeed for them to obey your commands.
Okay. This isn't necessarily command as it is a suggestion, but
He's so
God damn it, Ace.
enthralled with his rage.
He looks at my shoulder and he turns away and huffs, and I'm like, hey, you can stay down here then.
Yep. That's exactly what happened. So perhaps, or I'm just going to let you decide what you would like to do. But he isn't moving. He's stubborn and rage right now.
Would you like to walk or would you like to go back in the ball?
He doesn't acknowledge anything.
Ball
I'm not leaving without you. I know this same character stuff. I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
You are. I say try later, maybe recall him for the moment. At least you've made some progress.
Okay.
I'll say,
We'll try again later, buddy. Just know that I love you, and this doesn't change anything. I still love you. Then I recall him.
you can always make more persuasion checks and stuff like that later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. But for now, we got shit to do.
Yeah, you got a 20-point increase in the direction you want, which is really good. So, I'd say that's a win. All right, so looks like you've left the cabin. we're gonna hop over to Jazz. You've made it back to the campsite, the Team Rocket base.
So I'm looking around. Okay. So I made it back to the campsite. I'm kind of like you could tell, I'm being wary because I almost had a traumatic experience. Well, I did have a traumatic experience, and I believe.
No, almost not.
Yep, and I believe in my heart and soul from what I saw that everyone died.
Yep.
So I'm looking, and I'm kind of just seeing if anyone is.
Can she see us walking out?
She
I'm
looks
at
in
the
the direct,
beginning.
depending on where she's at.
Well, you said I just got to the base again. Yeah, so I'm assuming because of where I ran from
The cages,
the
which we were guarding.
No, you guys
you
were
guys
like
were
in
in
the
central.
central
Yep.
area.
So I ran out the front. So I'm assuming that I'm coming back from the front. That I'm kind of just looking, being not necessarily
Cautious.
purposely stealthy, but just being cautious.
All right. Explain, Jesse.
So, like I said, I'm not trying to be stealthy. I'm just being cautious. But what I am going to do, clearly at disadvantage because you said that I have exhaustion. I'm going to do, I guess technically it'd be in, would it be perception or investigation if I'm just trying to perceive if there's anyone, if I could see anyone?
I would say it's more perception.
Okay. Nat one.
You are so exhausted. You can your vision is blurry. You feel like you are super disoriented. You can't really see anything. Like your vision's starting to black out a little bit. All right, Jazzy. What would you like to do?
Well, since I can't see or perceive anyone to my knowledge, I kind of walk through and try to see and get somewhat of a closer look because my eyes are a little like sleepy. So I'm kind of just going stealthy, not really stealthy, but like just walking through. And I think at that point, since I'm so sleepy, I'm kind of just like, whatever. You know that sleepy walk that people do? The sleepy walk.
Specifically the one from The Sims.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's like entering the camp, but towards the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm kind of now entering in, because I didn't perceive anything, I just assumed that now there's...
You have a police officer walk up to you. The police officer, hey young lady, this is an investigation ground. You are not allowed to be here. I am going to have to ask you to leave this area.
No. I have friends who were caught here. I was here last night. They might have died. I don't know. They were fighting the Team Rocket, and but I barely got away, and I almost died. But I ran away, but then I came back to see if they were okay. But if you're here, did you find anyone? Did you find any teenagers or young adults?
Miss, you seem extremely disoriented. Are you okay?
I'm sleep deprived. I've been up more than 24 hours. I fought for my life.
It seems like
against my own friend.
It seems like you need some rest, miss. We do have...
And I lost my stuff. Like, I don't even have my backpack with me anymore. Because they took it. All I have are my Pokemon. And not even all of my Pokemon. And I start having a mental breakdown. Because
The police
I'm
officer
exhausted.
kindly
Yes.
asks for your identification in the sense of your name, things like that.
my name's Jazz, but like I said, all of my other identification stuff would have been in the bag that they took for me.
What's your last name, miss?
Fox.
All right. He
If they survived, you could even ask any of the other people that.
he escorts you over to the cabin area. He says, "Please wait here. Get some rest. We're gonna see if we have your inventory here in the premises."
Question.
Sounds good.
He leads her over to the cabin where we're at.
Yes.
Did you see the door open and people leaving?
I would.
He's going to see that as soon as he gets over to the. Sorry, I just had my cat attack me. Yeah, he's going to notice that as soon as he approaches the cabin.
Gotcha. I just thought he was already over at the cabin.
I'm going to say by now they've approached the cabin and he notices that people are leaving.
So, I mean, I guess we can just see them at this point. Can I tell it's Jazz? Or
Yeah.
I'm like looking at, then I'm gonna call and be like, "Oh my gosh, you're okay, Jazz."
Jess, you're alive!
And I start
We
even
were going
crying.
to look for you!
And then you guys just see that
We
I
all
like
just
start
run up
bawling.
and
Like I'm
hug
like,
and embrace a little bit.
and because I'm normally the one who isn't, because like naturally I don't do too emotional stuff in front of you guys, just more of my Pokemon. But I break down in this moment. I don't even care. I just cry, and I was like, I thought you had died, and Roland, I almost killed you.
I'm gonna
And
run up to her and
I'm
just
crying even more
hug
because
her
I'm.
and tell her it's okay. We all
The
did.
police officer next to you.
We all did what we had to do. It's okay. Just give her a big old hug.
I'm like, I didn't want to fight you.
I know, but at least you got away. Okay, and we're all okay now.
Where's the other girl who recently joined us, Kayana? Is she okay?
Yes, she's back at the log cabin.
Okay. How are you, Roland? No, not Roland. Roland. Yeah.
You're so
We almost
disoriented.
died and you still give
Well,
a damn name wrong.
I'm not shackled anymore, so there's a plus.
I know. You break them? You just went for them?
I
And you
woke
get
up
out?
without him.
Oh. You got sleep? Nice.
The police officer goes into
As
the
I'm like rubbing
goes
my
into the
eye.
cabin, notices the extra set of belongings, picks them up.
Does he search through it to see identification stuff?
He searches through it, see the identification. It matches up. He comes back out, hands you your belongings.
Awesome. And I'm still sleepy and disoriented, but I feel much better now just knowing that my team is safe. I've only seen Roland and Brawley so far because they were the only ones who were outside the building.
The police officer looks to everyone and says, "Well, everyone,
Everyone outside or still in the log cabin?
everyone's out. I'm pretty sure outside at this moment, correct?"
I don't think they ever left.
It depends if she went out or
No,
not.
I walked out. I walked out after I recalled the reels.
Yeah, then I'll follow out.
Awesome.
I left alone in the cabin, but I didn't want to have that one behind me just yet.
So I will say that the police officer announces, "Well, everyone, I'm glad you got some rest. Well, almost everyone got some rest.
Yeah.
This is a restricted area right now. We are going through a full-blown investigation with the Team Rocket activities here. I am going to have to ask you all to leave this area."
Aren't we? Okay. I ain't questioning.
I'm gonna open up my backpack and look inside, see if I still have everything in there.
Like all of the Pokemon balls that he had she had
all
collected
the
over time.
information that I had collected.
That's not there.
Okay.
The police have gone through everything and took.
Ah, yes, illegal search and seizure, my favorite police activity. Slam my bag closed.
Hey, at least it's real.
So I take it we don't have snag walls anymore?
You do have those.
Oh.
The only thing the police took was the laptop and all of the Team Rocket Pokemon.
Do I still have a combat knife?
Oh, so I still have all those files.
Let me rephrase that. Anything that was Team Rocket oriented,
They confiscated.
exactly, for the investigation.
So we don't have snag balls.
You
Because
guys,
technically those were Team Rockets.
as a DM, I'm going to, because that was a part of like what you
we
got.
from.
I'm gonna allow you guys to still have the one snag ball, and you still have your call.
I have fears from cats.
Do I still have my combat knife?
You can still have your combat knife.
That's what I was asking.
So just took all my stuff.
Motherfuckers still know how to act.
Alright. So now we're just all back together and reunited. And then we're kind of.
No.
We're all together.
He's telling us to leave the area.
Yes, he is.
I don't trust King now.
Okay. We freaking dipping then?
Since they're telling us to go, we might as well.
Does this officer look familiar to me at all?
No, not really.
I want to ask the officer if my mom's still here.
Yeah, Officer Jenny is still here. She is in the main base of, or the main building of this base, doing extreme concentrated investigation on all the files, the laptop, etc., to see what was happening here. She's leading this investigation as of this moment.
Alright, thanks, and I'm gonna walk directly to the main base.
He's gonna be like, sir, this is your first warning. You need to leave this premises right now.
Are you sure?
No
I'm
one is
pretty
allowed
sure I need
to-
talk to my mom.
Well, you're gonna have to call her and talk to her another time. But
Alright.
as of right now, I'm giving you your warning that if you don't leave this, I'm gonna handcuff you for disobeying officer orders.
And I'm going to turn around and walk out. So I was headed towards the main building, and then I'm gonna do a 180 and turn around and start walking the opposite directions towards leaving.
Perfect.
And I'm just gonna kind of give this guy like a look like, dude, I almost died. I need to tell my mom something. And then I'm gonna pull out my phone, and as I'm walking, type a message that says, please mom, don't tell dad, all caps, 5 exclamation points with like 4 crying emojis, and then send it.
Got it. Awesome. She'll get back to you with a response when she has time to get back to you.
Well, Nebula, a little bit of backstory is the whole reason I'm like able to go on this like Pokemon adventure is because I've been really good at the ranch in Pewter, and I kind of had a little bit of a troubled childhood, getting into lots of fights, and so the whole premise of me going on my Pokemon journey is that
The party has finally gotten back together. Jazz and all the others reunited with their new team member Kira. And we're getting a little bit of backstory about Brawly. Find out what happens next time on Pokemon D&D Kanto Edition. And if you're liking the series, like, subscribe, and leave a video. Thank you.